Hey guys, so today I have a haul for you, and I'm also going to do some mini reviews of these products because you know, it's always good to have some information about things. And I also have things at different price points, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the thing that has impressed me the most. These particular items are from, well, no, let me tell you about it first. It's a shampoo and conditioner, okay, and the brand is called SpaHaus, and it's a Canadian product, and like I said, the brand name is SpaHaus, but on the back it says distributed by Evergreen Consumer Brands. This is called the Hair Therapy Keratin Oil Shampoo and Conditioner. On the shampoo it says a unique blend of fortifying keratin proteins to help resist strand breakage and further enriched with argan oil to condition and nourish your hair. And then on the conditioner it says a rich blend of fortifying keratin proteins and argan oil that together helps resist breakage and the frizzies while conditioning and smoothing hair for a healthy shine. There's 14 ounces in each bottle, so they're kind of on the small side compared to what I would normally buy. Normally when I buy shampoo and conditioner, I get like the big jumbo containers of things, which in retrospect isn't a good idea, especially if you're trying something new, because then if you don't like it, you have a lot to use up. But in this case, I love these. Now, I know keratin is somewhat controversial. I can remember watching videos years ago where people were getting keratin treatments at hair salons, and then if you read the comments section, people were like, oh, keratin is really bad for you, you shouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't go to a hair salon, so it didn't really affect me in any way, so I never really looked into it. But now they're starting to put keratin in shampoos and conditioners, so if any of you know basically why I should not be using this, let me know. I mean, obviously I can look it up on the internet, but I'm just curious because I know that some of you that watch my videos are professional stylists and things like that. So what are your thoughts on that? Because you work with these products at your job, but at the same time you probably get asked about this a lot, about the dangers of keratin or whatever. But anyways, the bottom line is, for the good part, I love these. My hair is so soft, so smooth, and so silky that you wouldn't even believe it. I mean, my hair is normally a big frizz ball and I have to do so much to try to counteract that because it's genetic, okay? My dad had the craziest, wildest hair you've ever seen, and yeah, so unfortunately I did not get my mom's silky smooth, wonderful hair. I got my dad's. But I used to blow dry and flat iron my hair, and I felt like that was really damaging the heck out of it, so I stopped doing that a few years ago, probably about 2 years ago, something like that. So now the only thing I do to my hair that's bad for it is I color it. I figure that's enough to, that's enough damage that's being done to it without doing anything else to it. So I usually have a really hard time finding products that will control my crazy hair, but I thought it was a fluke at first, okay, because I washed my hair with the shampoo and conditioner of this and I loved it immediately, and I thought, well, it's got to be something else that I was using in my hair, because a lot of times I'll put like product in there to try to calm it down after I wash my hair. So I said, all right, this time I'm just going to use the shampoo and conditioner and I'm not going to put any other products in it, just to see. it didn't make any difference. My hair was so silky smooth. I washed it yesterday. It was so silky smooth and soft. I was like, this is unbelievable. And the reason why I'm so shocked that these are so good is because you're not going to believe this. I got these at Dollar Tree. Yeah, so take a good look at these bottles, because if you want something, if you have really crazy frizzy hair that's out of control and you need something to calm it down, you might want to try this. Now, if you have normal to oily hair, I would say, you know, stay away from this, because this is probably going to turn your hair into an oil slick. But for me, for somebody with dry frizzy hair, these are amazing. So that's SpaHaus Keratin Oil Shampoo and Conditioner. $2, $1 each at Dollar Tree. But you know how Dollar Tree is. I mean, things come and go. So I'm debating whether or not to go and just, you know, buy a ton of these and stock up on it. I'm not sure, because I have so many other shampoos and conditioners right now that I've bought that I don't like to stock up on those kind of things too much, because, well, first, I don't really have a lot of storage space, but secondly, things can change over time, and sometimes you try something and it works great initially, and then you keep using it, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work so great anymore. It's almost like your hair gets used to it and it doesn't want to work anymore. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Now I have some things to show you from Sephora. The first thing I want to show you is I used 100 points that I had to get this. It's called Caviar CC Cream 10-in-1 Complete Correction Leave-In Hair Perfector, and it's from the brand Alterna. The only reason why I got this is because I figured if I wasn't going to stock up on those things that I just showed you, I might need some kind of treatment leave-in thing to work with the things that I already have. And I've heard a lot of great things about the brand Alterna, so I figured, you know, this was free if I used 100 points, so I figured I would give that a shot. I did put a tiny little bit of it in my hair this morning, just to kind of see about like the smell and the feel, and so I can't really tell whether it did anything or not, because my hair already looked great before I put this in, so I really won't be able to give you any kind of opinion about that till I use it with some other shampoo and conditioner that doesn't perform like these SpaHaus ones do. And then the main reason why I went in there was to get another sample of the Cover FX drops, because I had asked for a sample. I had gone to a different Sephora one day and I asked for a sample, and I could have sworn that I told the girl that I wanted number 30, but then she wrote number 20 on the bag. So because I really didn't know whether I had 20 or 30, I figured that I better ask for another sample. I was at a different Sephora, so I asked her a sample of number 30. Oh, I get P30 because P is supposed to be either pink or peach undertone. I can't remember. It's got to be pink, because I think they have cool, neutral, and warm, so cool would be pink, I would think. But then again, one of the girls that I talked to, I thought she had said peach. Well, anyways, it's P. I got a sample of P30, or I asked for a sample of P30. When I got home, I took the sample out of the bag, and I'm trying to open it so I can show you. Look how much she gave me. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? This is not enough to mix with anything. What you're supposed to do is mix this with either a foundation that isn't the right color for you, or you can mix it with a moisturizer or a BB cream or a CC cream, and it's to give you more, if you do that, it's to give you more coverage. Or, you know, you can mix it with a foundation and color correct it. It's like, there's practically nothing in the container, so I was kind of PO'd about that, because you know, that isn't going to be enough to... this stuff is super concentrated. It's pure pigment, but even that is such a small amount that it's going to be nearly impossible to mix that with anything. So yeah, I was kind of... I was annoyed and angry that, you know, it's like, why bother? Why bother giving me a sample if that's all you're going to give me? And then I got another Z palette. If you didn't know, you can buy Z palettes at Sephora. On the website, it says limited edition, but I don't know. I've seen them there. And the shelf is fully stocked every time I go. And so I had filled up the one that I bought before, so I wanted to pick up another one of those. And I very foolishly left it in the other room, so I'm going to shut the camera off and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this, they sell two sizes at Sephora. They have the large domed one, and then they have the small, like, travel size one. So I get the large domed one because what I use these for is to store my Anastasia and Makeup Geek shadows, because you can't put those brands of eyeshadows in a MAC palette. MAC palettes are cheaper than Z palettes, but you can't put those in a MAC palette because something about the magnets don't work the same. I know some of you had told me that you do put them in a MAC palette, but I don't know, mine don't stick, and I don't like to have to mess around with the extra magnets and all that, because I can put my Anastasia and Makeup Geek eyeshadows that I buy in these palettes without attaching any magnets to the back, although when you buy one of these you do get magnets. So if you had some eyeshadows that you had depotted that didn't have a magnetized pan, they do give you magnets that you can attach to the shadows. Plus they give you, trying to get it out of the drawer here, they give you this little scooper thing. It's just a metal, where is it? There it is. It's just a metal spatula, and it's squared off on one end and round on the other, and this just makes it so much easier to remove the shadows from the palettes if you need to. And this comes free with the palette, and you also get a bag of magnets. So that's nice. So yeah, I had outgrown the one that I bought before, and now what I'm doing is I'm keeping my Anastasia palettes in one and my Makeup Geek eyeshadow, did I say palettes? Anastasia eyeshadows in one and my Makeup Geek eyeshadows in the other. And so that's what that looks like. It's black and white striped, and it's got a clear cover. You can see through it, and these are great. These are really great. The only thing I don't like about them is the price. They are pretty expensive, especially compared to like a MAC palette. They are $28 for one of these, but I should be all set now for a long time because I've got plenty of room for expansion now with both of those brands, but that's how I store those. And then I've got one more thing to show you. Like I said, I went in there originally just to get that sample, or so-called sample, of the Cover FX drops, and then I started walking around looking at things, and I thought, ooh, I really do need another one of those palettes, so I better get one of those. But I did buy one other thing that was an impulse buy. And that is, when you first walk in the door of Sephora, well, at least the one that I went to yesterday, they have this on display. It's the Kat Von D Tattoo Brow. And they had it in, they had testers out so you could, you know, try it. And they had it in 3 shades. They had blonde, light brown, and medium brown. Now, when I used to dye my hair light blonde, I probably would have gone for the light blonde one, but then again, maybe not, because I actually used to use a gray pencil when my hair was that color, because I was trying to like lighten my brows so that they would look better with the light blonde hair. But now I'm dyeing my hair a darker blonde, so now I'm using brow products that are like a light brown. So I saw this and I played with one of the testers, and I realized that the light brown color would be a pretty good match for me. So it has a brush tip applicator, and this is, by the way, $19, which is, you know, a lot of money for a brow product. But it's kind of like a magic marker type thing with a brush tip applicator. And I played with the tester at the store, and I swatched it on my hand, and I said, I like the formula, I like the color from what, you know, my hair is now. And it went on really nice, and with this type of applicator you could really simulate brow hairs. I just fill in my brows, but even for somebody with really plucked brows that was trying to just draw their brows in for the most part, I think this would really simulate the natural brow hair look. But here's the amazing thing about this. I realized when I got home yesterday afternoon, but last night I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, if I run into any problems with this, I don't want to like totally mess up my makeup, so I'll play with it tonight to make sure that everything is okay, because of course I hadn't used it on my actual brows yet. I said I'll play with this tonight and make sure that I like it and everything. So I did. And I really liked it, and it went on nice, and the color was good, and everything was great. Then I did my makeup today and used it again, and as I was using it, I was like, this isn't going on like it was last night. What is going on here? So I just kept going over my brows and doing it as best I could, and then when I finished, I went like this on my hand. Do you see anything there? There isn't anything there. That's all that was in there, was enough for like 1.5 applications. There was enough to do my brows last night, and then to just barely do them, like not even as much as I would like to have today. There's nothing left in this pen. And when I bought it, the box wasn't sealed, but none of the boxes were sealed. And the cap was on nice and tight and everything. The only thing I can think of is that people were taking the regular ones off the box behind, like they had testers in the front, then they had boxes in the back. The only thing I can think of is that maybe people were taking the ones that you buy and using them as testers. That's the only thing I can think of. So I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? So I went on Sephora's website and I started reading the reviews. And there were a bunch of reviews where people said that they bought one and they took it home and it was like it was empty. So I don't know what to think. And then I read another review where somebody said, oh yeah, I loved it, but I only got to use it for 2 weeks because after 2 weeks it was empty. So I don't know, I guess it's just a flaw in the design of the pen. That there's, what I'm trying to say is I don't think there's a lot of product in here. And some people get like no uses out of it at all. I got like 1.5 uses, and then somebody else, the most I saw anybody get was 2 weeks worth of uses. So don't buy this, because obviously it's some kind of design flaw. Either that or people are using them as testers at the store. In any case, I'm not paying, well, with tax and everything, it was over $20. So I'm not paying over $20 to get 1.5 uses out of this. So as soon as I finish filming this video, I'm going back to Sephora. And I'm gonna get my money back, because that's ridiculous. I can't, and you know, they'll know I'm not lying because it'll say right on my receipt that I just bought this yesterday. So if this was a regular full-size product, I wouldn't be able to use it up in one day. So, and I know somebody's probably out there thinking, oh, well, you didn't put the cover on tight last night after you used it the first time. I did. I'm very conscious of things like that. I used it, I put the cover, the cap on, and I made sure that, you know, it snapped shut. So, yeah, I don't know what what the deal is with that, but I wouldn't recommend even trying it because the same thing would probably happen to you. But it's too bad because I really did like the product and the color match was good. The formula was nice. I thought I've never used a brush applicator pen before, but you know, in retrospect, maybe it's a good thing that it didn't work out because $19 is an awful lot to pay for a brow product that is gonna only last a couple of weeks at the most. So, okay, so that's my haul and my mini reviews, and yeah, check out your Dollar Tree if you have frizzy hair and try the shampoo and conditioner because it's amazing stuff. But again, like I said, if any of you hair salon professionals know something bad about keratin and you know if it's dangerous or something, I don't want to use it. So let me know if you have any information about that, and I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.